Why men like confident women. Men are often attracted to confident women for several compelling reasons. Confidence exudes a sense of self-assurance and independence, which can be highly appealing. She maintains her independence, doesn't chase after men, and stands up for herself when necessary. This type of woman knows what she wants but doesn't compromise her values to get it. She exudes femininity but also possesses a resilient and assertive quality. Confident women are more likely to set boundaries, stand up for themselves, and pursue their own goals, making them intriguing and inspiring partners. Additionally, confidence signals emotional stability and inner strength, qualities that contribute to a healthy and fulfilling relationship dynamic. Confident women tend to have a positive outlook on life, which can be infectious and create a vibrant and uplifting atmosphere in any relationship. Men are drawn to confident women because they represent a harmonious blend of strength, self-assurance, and positivity that enriches and enhances the quality of romantic connections. This book aims to empower women to embrace their own standards and not rely on external validation for self-esteem. It encourages women to adopt a confident, irreverent attitude towards societal expectations and to prioritize their own well-being in relationships. Ultimately, it emphasizes that success in love stems from attitude rather than external appearances, challenging conventional media messages about attracting and pleasing men. Chapter 1: The Nice Girl. We often encounter the archetype of the nice girl. She's the embodiment of warmth and sincerity, eagerly embracing the promise of new romance with open arms. Beneath her earnest enthusiasm lies a tendency towards imbalance, where she invests deeply in the relationship without receiving much in return. These women are characterized by their tendency to dive headfirst into relationships, often outpacing their partners in their quest for affection and connection. The nice girl often runs the risk of being perceived as a doormat, willing to do anything to please her partner. They put their significant others onto pedestals, often overlooking warning signs or red flags in the process. In her eagerness to win his affection and approval, she may sacrifice her own needs and boundaries, inadvertently allowing her partner to take advantage of her kindness. This dynamic can lead to imbalance within the relationship, where the nice girl feels obligated to cater to her partner's every needs, even at the expense of her own well-being. By consistently prioritizing her partner's desires over her own and neglecting to assert her own needs, the nice girl may unwittingly reinforce the perception that she's passive and easily manipulated. This can erode her sense of self-respect and autonomy, ultimately undermining the foundation of a healthy and mutually fulfilling relationship. It's essential for individuals embodying the nice girl archetype to recognize the importance of setting boundaries and advocating for their own happiness within the relationship dynamic. While the nice girl radiates warmth and kindness, her tendency to rush into relationships and prioritize her partner's needs can create an imbalance that undermines the potential for a healthy connection. It's crucial for individuals to recognize and address these patterns, striving to cultivate relationships where both parties are valued and respected. In matters of the heart, there's a delicate balance between pursuing someone and allowing space for genuine connection to flourish. Pursuing too eagerly can often lead to the object of affection slipping away. When a woman reveals her hand too soon, it can backfire, leading a man to perceive her eagerness as desperation or a lack of self-respect. In contrast, a woman who exudes confidence and self-assurance sets healthy boundaries and values her own worth. She maintains an air of mystery that keeps her partner intrigued, understanding the importance of maintaining independence. This self-assuredness is inherently attractive to men, fostering mutual respect and admiration. It's essential to note that this isn't about playing games or manipulation, it's about demonstrating the capacity to be an equal partner in the relationship. Being too accommodating can diminish respect and sabotage the connection. A woman who prioritizes her well-being is perceived as more desirable, embodying strength and self-worth. In essence, the key to a successful relationship lies in balancing affection with independence. Both partners should feel valued and appreciated. When a nice girl overcompensates, she sends the message that she isn't enough. She tends to prioritize her partner's needs over her own to an excessive degree. This could manifest in various ways, such as always putting her partner's desires first, constantly seeking validation and approval, or sacrificing her own interests and boundaries to please her partner. By constantly overextending herself in this manner, the nice girl unintentionally communicates to her partner that she doesn't believe she is enough just as she is. She may feel the need to go above and beyond to prove her worth or to keep her partner interested. This behavior stems from a lack of self-confidence and a fear of rejection or abandonment. Additionally, when a nice girl consistently overcompensates, it can create an unhealthy dynamic in the relationship where her partner may come to expect this level of accommodation as the norm. This can lead to feelings of resentment, imbalance, and a lack of mutual respect over time. By overcompensating, the nice girl inadvertently sends the message that her inherent qualities and value are not sufficient to maintain the relationship, leading to a cycle of seeking external validation and approval to fill the perceived gap. When nice girl is overly dependent or readily available, you are showing him that he has full control over you. This statement reflects a fundamental aspect of human psychology, particularly in the context of romantic relationships. When someone appears overly dependent or readily available, it can diminish their desirability in the eyes of their partner. This is because easy accessibility can be perceived as less valuable or less of a challenge to obtain. Conversely, when something appears more challenging to attain, it tends to increase its perceived value and desirability. In the realm of relationships, when a woman exhibits independence and a sense of self-assuredness, it creates an air of mystery and intrigue. This demeanor suggests that she is not easily won over, which makes a man more interested and perceive her as more desirable. It's important to note that this dynamic is not about playing games or being manipulative. Instead, it's rooted in an understanding of human nature and the psychology of attraction. People are often drawn to the pursuit of goals that require effort and persistence, including the pursuit of romantic interests. Ultimately, when a woman presents herself as independent and not overly eager for his attention, it can make her more attractive to a man because it implies that she has high standards and self-respect. This can lead to a more genuine and mutually satisfying connection based on mutual respect and admiration. Chapter 2: The Confident Woman. 1. A confident woman is comfortable in her own skin and unshakable in her self-worth. For a confident woman, true beauty and self-assurance come from within, not from external factors like physical appearance or intelligence. She understands that her worth isn't determined by society's standards of beauty or by how intellectually gifted she is. She embraces her inner qualities, such as kindness, compassion, and intelligence, as sources of confidence and self-esteem. This inner confidence allows her to feel comfortable in her own skin and unwavering in her sense of self-worth. She doesn't seek validation or approval from others because she knows her own value. This inner strength radiates an irresistible allure that goes beyond superficial attributes. By focusing on her inner qualities and being authentically herself, the confident woman attracts others with her genuine confidence and magnetic presence. This allure is captivating because it's rooted in authenticity and self-assurance, making her truly irresistible to those who appreciate her for who she is. 2. A confident woman is independent. She doesn't rely on others to define her worth or fulfill her needs. She approaches life with integrity and dignity, refusing to beg or depend on anyone else to support her. She stands tall on her own 2 feet, empowered by her ability to take care of herself and pursue her goals with determination. This independence is not just about financial stability but also about asserting her autonomy and self-respect in all aspects of her life. 3. The confident woman isn't needy or solely focused on her partner. She has a strong sense of self and is comfortable with being independent. Unlike someone who is overly dependent on their partner, the confident woman isn't afraid to spend time alone or pursue her own interests separate from the relationship. This sense of independence is attractive to men because it shows that she is secure in herself and doesn't need constant reassurance or attention from her partner. When a man senses that a woman isn't overly dependent on him, it stimulates his interest because it suggests that she has her own life and priorities. This dynamic fosters a sense of mutual respect and admiration in the relationship, as both partners are able to maintain their individuality while still being committed to each other. Constantly seeking reassurance or validation from a partner can suffocate a relationship. Just as overwatering a plant can kill it, too much reassurance too soon can smother the natural growth and development of a relationship. The confident woman understands the importance of giving the relationship space to breathe and evolve naturally, without imposing unnecessary pressure or expectations. It is about making decisions based on what is best for oneself, without fear of losing a man's approval or affection. The confident woman isn't afraid to assert her needs and boundaries in the relationship, even if it means risking conflict or rejection. This sense of self-assurance is attractive because it demonstrates strength and conviction, qualities that are inherently desirable in a partner. 4. A confident woman understands the value of self-care. She understands that prioritizing her own well-being is not selfish but necessary for her to thrive personally and support others effectively. By investing time in self-care activities, she ensures that she's mentally, emotionally, and physically nourished. She commits to regular practices that rejuvenate her spirit. She treats her body with love and respect that deserves proper care and attention. She prioritizes what makes her feel confident and fulfilled. 5. A confident woman pursues her passions and interests other than him. This statement highlights the importance of a woman maintaining her individuality and pursuing activities that bring her joy and fulfillment outside of her romantic relationship. When she has interests and hobbies that are independent of her partner, it shows that she is a well-rounded individual with her own identity. By being passionate about something other than her partner, she demonstrates that her happiness and fulfillment do not solely depend on him. This independence makes her more desirable to her partner because he realizes that he isn't the sole source of her happiness. It relieves pressure from the relationship and allows both partners to maintain a healthy sense of self. Staying busy with her own interests ensures that she isn't resentful or overly dependent on her partner's availability. Instead of fixating solely on her relationship, she has other fulfilling activities to occupy her time and attention. This balanced approach prevents her partner from feeling suffocated or overwhelmed by her constant need for attention. Chapter 3: The difference between the nice girl and the confident women. 1. Women are skilled at finding equilibrium between their professional and personal lives, adeptly managing commitments to both work and leisure. They effortlessly divide their time among family, friends, work, and education. However, when it comes to romantic relationships, a common phenomenon occurs. The nice girl archetype emerges, losing sight of this balance and allowing the man to become her sole focus. In this state, she undergoes significant changes, altering her daily routine, withdrawing from social circles, and abandoning hobbies she once cherished. All attention is directed towards her partner, often at the expense of other important aspects of her life. This singular focus leads to constant distraction, incessantly checking for messages and potentially sacrificing career aspirations and personal dreams for the relationship. In contrast, the confident woman approaches relationships from a different perspective. She acknowledges her partner as just one component of her multifaceted life, ensuring that other areas remain intact. Her independence remains steadfast, preserving her established routine and maintaining a sense of equilibrium. By prioritizing herself alongside the relationship, she navigates with grace, avoiding the pitfalls of losing her identity or sacrificing personal growth. 2. Another difference between the nice girl and the confident woman is how much they give up of themselves. In the beginning of a relationship, it's important not to be too accessible to avoid always being on his terms. The confident woman maintains her independence by keeping her own plans, even if it means turning down a last-minute date. 3. The nice girl often feels obligated to spend time with the man and adjusts her schedule to fit his needs. She may expect a lot from him, and if he doesn't meet those expectations, she can become resentful. The confident woman sees spending time together as her choice, not an obligation. She values her time and sets boundaries, letting the man know it's precious. 4. The nice girl doesn't notice when he's not trying hard or showing interest. By always being available and not focusing on her own interests, she makes it too easy for him, which takes away the excitement. The confident woman watches his actions closely to see if he's truly committed. By letting him pursue her, she keeps the relationship thrilling, understanding that men like challenges. She balances time with him and her own interests, prioritizing self-care and independence, making her more attractive to him. 5. If a woman becomes too serious too quickly, he may retreat. A nice girl might inadvertently make him feel suffocated early on. A confident woman allows a man room to breathe, encouraging him to pursue her willingly. A confident woman maintains a sense of independence, signaling to him that she's not trying to control or possess him. This independence is what draws men to confident women. 6. The nice girl may feel pressured to agree with the man and avoid conflict. She might suppress her own opinions and desires to please him, often hesitant to speak up or challenge the man's views. She prioritizes his preferences over her own. The confident woman is not afraid to express her opinions and stand up for herself. She asserts herself confidently and doesn't compromise her values to please the man. Willing to engage in healthy debates and discussions, challenging the man's viewpoints when necessary. Values her own preferences and communicates them politely or assertively. 7. A nice girl may rely heavily on the man for emotional support and validation. She might struggle with giving him space, fearing that he'll lose interest if she's not always available. Her sense of self-worth may be tied to the relationship, making her feel incomplete without him. She may constantly seek reassurance from the man, needing constant validation of her worth. A confident woman shows she can stand on her own and doesn't rely on him for everything. He sees her as an equal partner. Giving him space shows you're proud and not desperate. It's about conveying independence, which makes him see you as strong and capable. Chapter 4: The Instinct of Men. In this chapter, we explore the innate instincts of men when it comes to attraction, particularly focusing on their desire for confident women. Delving into 4 main instincts, we uncover what draws men to strong, independent partners and how confidence plays a pivotal role in shaping their perceptions of attractiveness. 1. Men like the thrill of chasing. Men enjoy the excitement of pursuing things, whether it's racing cars, playing sports, or solving problems. They thrive on the thrill of the chase, finding it exhilarating and engaging. This difference in perspective is basic to understanding the dynamics between men and women. While women often focus on the end goal of a committed relationship, men often enjoy the journey towards that goal. Men are driven by the challenge of pursuing what they desire. When a man has to work for something, it increases his desire and makes him more invested. On the other hand, when a woman is too readily available or accommodating, it dampens his enthusiasm and he may lose interest. Men appreciate the challenge and value things that require effort. If a woman is too quick to give in or make things easy, it can actually turn him off. If he has to work for it, facing some ups and downs along the way, he becomes more determined and invested in the outcome. This taps into his competitive nature, compelling him to keep pursuing until he succeeds. When a woman doesn't give in easily and doesn't seem submissive, it's more exciting for him to pursue her. For instance, when he goes hunting with his friends, enduring discomfort for the thrill of the hunt, he feels a sense of accomplishment when successful. Similarly, when a woman chases a man, it's like giving him something he didn't work for, which can turn him off. The goal of dating isn't to be mean but to let him enjoy the chase by taking things slow and letting him take charge. This taps into human nature, where the desire for something increases when it's just out of reach. Men often say, "You always want what you can't have." A confident woman doesn't let him feel like he has her completely, keeping him intrigued and pursuing her. When he feels he's getting close, it's important to gently remind him that she's not under his control. 2. Men need to feel appreciated and respected. Men have a deep-seated need to feel valued and respected in order to be motivated to give and protect. This means that to inspire a man to be generous and to feel inclined to protect you, it's important to approach him with gentleness and femininity rather than aggression, which can trigger his competitive instincts. Ego plays a significant role in driving men to achieve greatness, whether it's in the context of war, business, or love. A man's sense of masculinity, feeling strong and capable, is crucial to his confidence and motivation. In terms of communication, suggesting ideas rather than instructing can be more effective with men. They tend to appreciate concise and direct communication that preserves their ego and sense of competence, making them more open to ideas and more likely to take action. Moreover, acknowledging their correctness or affirming their decisions can further empower them and boost their confidence. Allowing a man to feel in control satisfies his need for power and enhances his confidence, ultimately contributing to his overall motivation and success. By letting him take charge of tasks and praising his efforts, you subtly boost his confidence and fulfill his need for empowerment, while also achieving your desired outcomes. Meanwhile, avoiding appearing needy by not relying on him for basic things like common sense or emotional stability reinforces your independence and makes you more attractive to him. Expressing appreciation for his efforts increases his receptiveness to your influence, while giving him a sense of power encourages him to protect and provide for you. This dynamic, where he feels in charge yet attentive to your needs, keeps him engaged and eager to please, ultimately granting you the influence and respect you desire in the relationship. Ultimately, making him feel good about himself and respected fulfills his desire to make you happy, which is something men often seek from their partners. 3. Men are attracted to women with passions beyond him. A woman's confidence shines brightest when she seamlessly intertwines her life with her own passions and interests, standing firmly grounded in her sense of self regardless of her partner's presence. It's imperative for a woman to prioritize her own needs and desires, unwavering in her clarity and self-assurance. When she finds contentment and fulfillment within herself, both in the company of her partner and in solitude, she exudes an aura of authenticity that commands respect and admiration from her significant other. Men are inherently drawn to women who maintain a strong sense of self and prioritize their own interests and values. It's crucial not to lose sight of one's identity and individuality in the pursuit of a romantic relationship, as this can lead to feelings of neediness and a loss of respect from the partner. Indeed, many women mistakenly seek validation and fulfillment from their partners that they should instead cultivate within themselves. When a woman becomes overly dependent on her partner or resorts to excessive efforts to impress him, it often has the opposite effect, repelling rather than attracting. By remaining true to herself and steadfast in her independence, a woman not only preserves her own dignity but also garners genuine respect and admiration from her partner. Maintaining independence means staying committed to one's routines, hobbies, and personal pursuits, without hastily bending to accommodate the whims and demands of a romantic partner. Sacrificing one's values or overextending oneself to please another diminishes one's intrinsic worth and self-respect. Therefore, it's imperative for women to prioritize themselves and refrain from exerting undue effort to cater to the expectations of others. In the realm of relationships, when things are right, they flow naturally and effortlessly. It's essential to remember the inherent value of one's own life and not squander it by striving excessively to please someone else. Instead, embrace authenticity and autonomy, doing things on one's own terms and carefully selecting who to allow into one's inner circle. By adopting this approach, women can cultivate healthier, more fulfilling relationships while preserving their dignity and self-worth. 4. Men desire strong, independent partners. Men desire strong, independent partners who are valued not just for their looks but for their self-assurance and confidence. Your attitude about yourself shapes how a man sees you. If you feel worthy and confident, he'll find you attractive. While physical appearance matters initially, your self-assurance becomes more important as the relationship progresses. Confidence sets apart a woman who knows her worth from one who is overly accommodating due to fear. A confident woman isn't afraid to be without a man, which sparks his interest. Her independence, both emotionally and financially, makes her alluring. Men are drawn to partners, not someone seeking financial support. Being in control of yourself is attractive, dependency is not. Independence attracts men more than being impressed by wealth or status, as they avoid women with financial motives. Financial independence means that anything a man gives you is a bonus, not a necessity. Even if a woman stays at home to raise children, having the means to leave if she wishes commands respect. Men lose interest in women they perceive as dependent or childlike. Dignity and pride stem from having income, empowering you to live on your terms, follow your rhythm, and choose how you're treated. Prioritizing your own plans over a man's challenges him, reigniting his interest. Changing routines and keeping interactions unpredictable prevent the relationship from becoming stale. Men are intrigued by confident women who don't conform to stereotypes and prioritize their own well-being. They respect women who stand up for themselves and don't compromise their values. True beauty emanates from confidence and inner strength. Men seek partners who can handle life's challenges and contribute meaningfully to a relationship. A quality man desires a lover who is also a close friend and equal in the relationship. Being true to yourself is more valuable than conforming to societal norms or others' expectations. Men are attracted to women with their own unique way of doing things. They admire independence and individuality, seeing it as an opportunity to experience life differently. So, showcase your uniqueness and passions without fear. Chapter 5: The foundation of confidence is grounded in feeling worthy. Confidence is an essential quality that influences how we navigate the world and interact with others. It's more than just believing in oneself, it's about having the courage to embrace vulnerability and the resilience to stand tall in the face of life's challenges. However, at the very core of this unwavering strength lies a fundamental truth: the foundation of confidence is rooted in feeling worthy. Consider for a moment the analogy of a sturdy tree. Its roots, hidden beneath the surface, provide stability and nourishment, allowing the tree to grow tall and strong. Similarly, our sense of worthiness serves as the roots from which confidence blossoms. Feeling worthy means recognizing and accepting our intrinsic value as individuals, independent of external factors such as achievements, possessions, or others' opinions. It's about understanding that we are deserving of love, respect, and success simply by virtue of being human. When we have a strong sense of worthiness, we are less likely to doubt ourselves or seek validation from others. We trust in our own judgment and capabilities, knowing that we are enough just as we are. This inner sense of worthiness provides a stable platform from which to take risks, pursue goals, and handle challenges with resilience. Conversely, when we lack a sense of worthiness, our confidence becomes fragile. We may constantly seek validation and approval from others, feeling unworthy unless we meet certain standards or expectations. However, this external validation only provides temporary reassurance, easily shaken by criticism or failure. Yet beneath the surface, the ember of our worthiness continues to burn bright, patiently awaiting the gentle breath of self-compassion and acceptance to fan it into flames once more. Like a small spark waiting to be noticed, our worthiness remains intact, ready to shine brightly once acknowledged. True confidence begins with the courageous act of reclaiming our worthiness, of peeling back the layers of self-doubt and embracing the radiant truth of our inherent value. It is a journey of self-discovery, inviting us to excavate the hidden treasures buried within the depths of our souls and to stand boldly in our authenticity. Nurturing our inherent worth is not a solitary endeavor but a sacred dance between self-reflection and self-compassion. It is a journey of self-awareness, inviting us to cultivate a deep sense of self-love and acceptance. It is a journey of self-empowerment, empowering us to reclaim our voice, honor our boundaries, and stand unapologetically in our truth. As we anchor ourselves in the fertile soil of our worthiness, we begin to witness the blossoming of confidence, the blossoming of our truest selves. We find ourselves walking with newfound grace and resilience, no longer shackled by the chains of self-doubt but propelled forward by the gentle breeze of self-assurance. In the garden of life, confidence is not merely a destination but a sacred pilgrimage, a journey of self-discovery, self-empowerment, and self-love. It begins and ends with the unwavering truth that the foundation of confidence is grounded in feeling worthy. The radiant truth is that you are inherently worthy, worthy of love, worthy of belonging, and worthy of all the blessings that life has to offer. For it is in this sacred remembrance that the seeds of confidence take root and bloom into the magnificence of your truest self. Understanding why men are drawn to confident women adds another layer of insight into the importance of feeling worthy. Men are naturally attracted to confident women because confidence exudes strength, independence, and self-assuredness. Confident women know their worth and aren't afraid to assert themselves in any situation. This assurance is incredibly appealing to men, as it signals that the woman is comfortable in her own skin and won't shy away from expressing her thoughts, needs, and desires. Confidence also reflects a woman's inner security and emotional stability, qualities that men often seek in a partner. A confident woman is less likely to be emotionally needy or clingy, as she derives her validation from within rather than seeking it from her partner. This emotional independence is attractive to men, as it indicates that the woman is capable of maintaining a healthy, balanced relationship without relying solely on her partner for validation or fulfillment. Furthermore, confidence is contagious. When a woman exudes confidence, it inspires those around her, including men, to feel more confident in themselves. A confident woman creates an uplifting and empowering atmosphere, encouraging others to step into their own power and embrace their worthiness. The foundation of confidence, feeling worthy, is not only essential for a woman's personal growth and empowerment but also plays a significant role in attracting and maintaining healthy, fulfilling relationships with men. When a woman knows her worth and embraces her confidence, she becomes a beacon of light and inspiration, drawing others towards her with ease and grace.